Welcome to Cooking with Whatever from Angie's Kitchen. Seafood gumbo. This is my first time preparing seafood gumbo. Let's start the process. Step number 1, preparing the shrimp broth, homemade shrimp broth. To this, maybe like 14 or 15 cups of water. I'm adding the peel of the skin of the shrimp. Yes, is it called the skin? The peel? Whatever. You know what? The shell. Yeah, that's the right word. The shell of the shrimp. I'm adding that to the 14 cups of water. To this, I'm going to add a handful of onion, 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, few pinches of turmeric powder, couple of pinches of salt, and then allow it to boil, simmer for at least an hour for homemade broth. Lot of switch will be taking place from right stove, left stove, just for the sake of the camera angle. So to the right goes the broth. The second step is preparing the roux. Roux is nothing but cooking the all-purpose flour in butter. 1 stick of butter, half a cup of all-purpose flour. The key is the raw smell from the flour should go and it should change color to a dark brown color. Make sense? The raw smell should go and the color has to change to a darker brown. For me, it took around 17 minutes. The next step is adding vegetables. 1 cup of white onion, 1 cup of green pepper, 1 cup of celery. The key is it has to be finely chopped. You can use your skilled hands, or if you have messed up hands like me, use a food processor. To this, I'm adding a pinch of salt and also a couple of pinch of Creole seasoning. Please do not skip this most important step. A switch took place. So the vegetables have been cooked for 10 minutes. In the meantime, in a separate pan, I'm adding andouille sausage. I'm using pork sausage. If you want, you can use even chicken sausage. I took off the casing and I'm going to saute it. Again, another switch. To the right goes the sausage. Back to the main left stove comes the veggies. After 10 minutes, you're adding 2 teaspoons of fresh minced garlic. And you're going to cook this for another 8 to 10 minutes. I think I cooked for 9 minutes. Another switch is going to take place. It's all for the sake of camera. Nothing behind this. So to this sausage, without adding any butter or oil, the fat oozes from the sausage. And to this, I'm going to add 5 bay leaves, a handful of green onion, the top part, and a handful of chopped parsley. And also maybe a pinch or 2 of dried thyme. It looks good. Actually, the recipe calls like one after another, and I was cooking like late in the night, so I was multitasking in 2 different pans. Another switch. This time I almost knocked the broth out. So after 9 minutes of the garlic being cooked, now I'm going to add the sausage mix into this veggie and garlic mix, just for the sake of saving time. To this, you're going to add all the seasoning now. You're going to add around 10 pinch of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and 1 tablespoon of Creole seasoning. I had to practice how to say Worcestershire sauce. Forgive me if I've said it wrong. Again, combine everything well, cover it with a lid and cook for another 5 minutes so that everything is well combined. After 5 minutes, what you're going to add is, this was a hurdle for me because as far as I have cooked, we don't mix meat and seafood. But here the recipe calls for seafood. So here I'm adding 2 blue crabs. You can use any type of crab you want. I did not show you how I chopped it because again of the camera angle. So I'm using 2 blue crabs chopped. Again, combine it well together. Now at this junction, you will be adding the homemade shrimp broth. I'm using nice big spoon, like a serving spoon, like a big ladle. In that, I'm using like 3. You need actually 4 or 5, but I'm just using 3. I'm filtering all the shell, and then only the broth is going. And I haven't cooked crab in so long, so like I kind of guessed, and I cooked like crab for 10 minutes, closing the lid for 10 minutes. And of course the blue color will change into a beautiful coral color. And of course, since you have cooked in the past, you know the raw smell will go and a cooked smell will set in. So you'll know when to stop cooking the crab. So about like 10 minutes, I timed it, and about 10 minutes I cooked the crab. To this, one more step is need to be done. We have to add the shrimp, because this seafood gumbo has sausage, crab and shrimp. I'm not going to add in the entire shrimp, because that shrimp is for both the gumbo, and tomorrow morning I will be cooking shrimp and grits. So that shrimp is for both. Since the gumbo has sausage and crab, I'm using about 8 shrimps, and the rest I'm going to use for grits. Shrimp usually I'll cook like 5 minutes or so, but today for this actually I stopped in 3 minutes, because you know what, the pot will be hot, the sauce will be hot, and the shrimp will continue to cook. So once the shrimp had changed color to a pink color, right away I stopped. So in about 3 minutes I stopped cooking the shrimp, and that's it. The gumbo is done. You just garnish it with fine chopped parsley. It looks good, it smells good. The outcome, I'm happy with that. But taste wise, too bad I couldn't taste it. My system does not accept shrimp or crab. I have 0 tolerance for them. So this I'm cooking for my friend who's recovering from surgery. So my friend has to let me know how she liked it, and hopefully she liked it. Thank you all. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Have a great night. Bye bye.